Promise programs offer an exciting new approach to making college more accessible and more affordable, but they could be even more transformative with the right policies in place. When we use the term Promise Program at the Upjohn Institute, we're using it as a synonym for a place-based scholarship program. That is an opportunity to attend college tuition-free based on where you live. These are not competitive opportunities where we have a handful of scholarships and you're going to apply for them. The criteria of living in a certain place opens this scholarship opportunity for you. These scholarships are granted at scale to many students in that place. And that means they hold the potential not just to help those individual students, but actually help communities, school districts, by serving as catalysts for transformation. What you're doing with the Promise program is you're asking families to move to or remain in a community based on the promise that 10, 15, 20 years down the road, their child is going to be eligible for a scholarship. There are a lot of different factors that go into a program's long-term sustainability, but focusing on financial sustainability is really important because without a secure funding source, your program can go away. Most community-based Promise programs are philanthropically funded. For programs at the state level, the funding comes usually from state budgets. The problem is that both of these funding sources can dry up. So thinking ahead to how you can make a really long-term commitment to a Promise program is really important. The first principle when you're thinking about sustainability is to start small. You want to under-promise and over-deliver. So how do you do that? Perhaps you do that by making a less generous promise to your community to demonstrate that something like this can work and then be able to raise more money to expand the range of benefits that you can offer. Perhaps you only provide a tuition-free scholarship for students to attend a local community college, which is a low-cost opportunity. Another good principle is to think seriously about design. Design matters. Having a simple promise that people in your community can understand and that funders can understand is important. Many of these programs get laden down with many rules and requirements and access points and that create new barriers. And the goal of these programs is to bring barriers down. A third important principle is to evaluate. Evaluation is an underfunded part of the Promise movement. But without evaluation and research, you don't have the information you need to make the case that this program is accomplishing its goals and should be continued. The bigger question is how we can make this system of Promise programs more equitable. And here there are just real limits on the patchwork system that I've described. This kind of random question of where you live and go to school, do you get a tuition-free path to college, can't really be resolved by philanthropy. Philanthropy is great at seeding new ideas and supporting innovation and even sometimes supporting research and evaluation. But if this idea of a tuition-free pathway to higher education is going to be more equitable and accessible, it really needs to move from the realm of private philanthropic into public funding. That has happened in many states. About 20 states now offer some large portion of their residents some pathway to tuition-free community college. But there's a lot more that can be done to equalize that across the whole nation.